what the huge differences, and they're amazing. The data are just extraordinary on what a difference EmPATH can make. What we see is that 75% of the patients who historically would have been held for an inpatient bed, we can actually get better and home within 24 hours. That the number of people who need to go into physical restraints is about 20% of psychiatric emergency patients in a typical ER, and EmPATH units 1 out of every 1,000. So 1 out of 1,000 or 200 out of 1,000, that's the difference, but EmPATH compared to an ER. Length of stay of patients in that ER usually drops by 70 to 80%. And then we find that there's wonderful kind of change in what's been going on in that the number of people coming back to the ER for a psychiatric reason within 30 days after going to EmPATH, it drops dramatically from historic numbers, drops 25 to 50%. So sometimes people say, wow, if you're going to build an EmPATH unit, we're worried that that's going to attract a whole bunch of new psych patients and they're going to be coming in and it's going to overwhelm the unit. And actually we find the opposite happens, that we're going to see fewer patients because our philosophy in EmPATH is to change a emergency patient into an outpatient. And so if we do a really great job in that, that means that we're going to help them not get into an emergency situation again, and they won't have to come back to the hospital. So when people are saying, oh, worried that they'll be too crowded, I say, no, that's not going to happen, because what we're going to do is do such a great job with them in this emergency, they're not going to have another emergency down the road. And we see that reflected in the numbers. And one of the other things along those lines, which is just found astonishing, is people who go through EmPATH are 60% more likely to go to their first outpatient mental health appointment after their discharge from EmPATH than they were from an inpatient psychiatric unit, which that's a game changer.